Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United news. Let's begin with our daily news. Bruno Fernandes credits a special Manchester United crowd for comeback versus Barcelona. Manchester United star Bruno Fernandes credited the special crowd at Old Trafford for the comeback against Barcelona in the Europa League. The Portugal international was in the starting lineup as the Red Devils took on the Blaugrana on Thursday. In the end, the Manchester-based club were successful in getting the victory after going one goal down in the second leg of the playoff tie. Speaking after the match to BT Sport, the former Sporting star hailed the crowd at home for inspiring United to attain victory. The 28-year-old was confident of getting the result in the second half. He said, "They have been with us in the toughest moments this season. We have been really good. They are always behind us. This is something different. Between them and us, we have something special. They see that we are doing all we can to win games for them. Old Trafford was bouncing. That's why we get results. Straight after the second half starts, you knew we would get result." Fernandes started the match on the right. However, the 28-year-old did not enjoy much success in that role. After the break, the Portuguese played in the number 10 role, with Jadon Sancho out on the left and Marcus Rashford through the middle. The playmaker has been pivotal to Erik ten Hag's plans in the current campaign. He has made 37 appearances in all competitions for United, scoring 7 goals and providing 10 assists. We have advanced to the round of 16 in the Europa League. The Red Devils has lifted the trophy in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. Will the Old Trafford side once again get their hands on the European title? Only time will tell. Fred delivers fantastic performance as Man United eliminate Barcelona. Manchester United midfielder Fred delivered one of his best performances of the season during the club's 2-1 comeback win over Barcelona in the Europa League on Thursday. The Brazilian has not always been consistent with his performances in the United shirt, but he has grown the reputation of standing out in the big matches with key contributions. Fred scored the vital equalizer after the break yesterday, but he was also excellent with his work rate and defensive involvements. He was the perfect foil for Casemiro in midfield. Over 90 minutes, the 29-year-old had 47 touches. He won an impressive 6 duels and 5 tackles while making 2 clearances. He also won 100% of his take-ons attempted. Speaking to the media via Metro after the victory, Ten Hag praised Fred for his performances. The gaffer admired the job the Brazil international did stopping Frankie de Jong. He said, "He had an important role already last week in Barcelona, and this week the same. First, he had to stop Frankie de Jong playing. He had to play as a mosquito around him. He did it magnificently." While Fred may not be the most consistent in recent weeks, the Brazilian has been pivotal for us. Hopefully, the 29-year-old is able to keep up his form and help the Old Trafford side to some important silverware. Aside from Fred, Anthony needs to be appreciated, having looked lively in his first competitive appearance since his leg injury. De Gea was once again influential between the sticks. The Spanish goalkeeper almost made a goalkeeper blunder in the opening half, but made up for it with his world-class save to deny Jules Koundé minutes before Anthony scored. Paul Scholes raves about sensational Casemiro. Manchester United legend Paul Scholes has compared Casemiro to former club captain Roy Keane. Casemiro is already one of Erik ten Hag's most important players. He has been a spectacular addition to the United team, which desperately required a holding midfielder for the last few years. Scholes heaped praise on the Brazilian midfielder ahead of the Red Devils' European League decider against Barcelona. He told Manchester United's official website, "Casemiro has been sensational, really. It's almost like he is a coach on the football pitch. You have seen the difference from when he's come into the team and what he's made. He has great experience, and I don't think he gets the credit for the way he plays. He is a really good passer of the ball, which surprised me a little bit when you think you saw Luka Modric and Toni Kroos as the playmakers at Real Madrid, but this lad can play. I have heard so many times that he is probably the best holding midfielder as well. I don't see him as a holding midfielder. He is a proper United midfielder that gets involved in everything. You see him up the pitch, you see him defending, you see him controlling the game at times. He is probably as close to Roy Keane as you are going to get. I think he is being brilliant. The midfielder, who turned 31, has been instrumental to United since he arrived from Real Madrid. The Red Devils have won 75% of their games this season. When Casemiro has started, he was suspended from the game against Arsenal, which the Gunners eventually won 3-2. His absence was clearly felt as United failed to have control and stability at the center of the park. Scholes has rightly pointed out one of Casemiro's highly underrated qualities. The Brazilian is outstanding with his ball distribution and always tries to make a forward pass. Eric Ten Hag comments on Antony and Alejandro Garnacho performances versus Barcelona. Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag was full of praise for his players after a fantastic comeback win against Barcelona. The Dutchman changed the game with his second half substitutions, helping United overturn a 1-0 deficit at halftime into a 2-1 win. This was a famous victory, a real statement from the team and from Ten Hag. The club needed this win, a first victory against Barcelona since 2008. Fred and Antony scored United's goals, with the winger a half-time substitute. Alejandro Garnacho was thrown on midway through the second half too, and the youngster helped to further energize the team. Along with Antony, the duo with the bleached blonde hair led the press late in the game to continually disrupt Barcelona's attempts to build from the back. Ten Hag praised both players' ability and attitude in an interview with BT Sport after the full-time whistle. The manager said, "One part of our game plan is that we can bring Antony and Garnacho and open the wide areas. You can get speed and running in behind and dribbles. They are both so brave, they don't fear anyone. They just take players on, and I think that gives a boost to the whole team." Garnacho is only 18, and this time last year, he was playing for Manchester United in the FA Youth Cup, while Antony was at Ajax with Ten Hag. Both players look set to have huge futures at the club, and Ten Hag is clearly glad to have both. The manager also praised the personalities he has throughout the team, picking out his two centre-backs as examples. He said, "I think we have some great personalities in the team, like Varane and Martinez. They don't fear anyone. We have some players here with great personalities, and if and when you get setbacks, they move on, they carry on, they are resilient, they want to get a result." Rafael Varane sends message to Manchester United fans. He is absolutely buzzing. Manchester United star Rafael Varane spoke at the press conference before the Barcelona game to talk of his excitement for the game. He explained that it was nights like this that inspired him and made him glad he signed for Manchester United. Varane said ahead of the game, "We are playing with more confidence, and tomorrow the atmosphere will be electric." The big occasion lived up to the billing. Old Trafford was a cauldron of noise in the second half after Fred and Antony's goals secured a 2-1 win. Varane played a crucial role defensively as Manchester United held on and kept a clean sheet from open play. His partnership with Lisandro Martinez is looking stronger and stronger, and he clearly enjoyed the night, getting one over on Barcelona, a club he faced frequently with Real Madrid. Varane wrote on Instagram, "Old Trafford, what a feeling, you were incredible." The centre-back was seen cheering the crowd on as he walked off the pitch at full-time, embracing and savouring the atmosphere which helped to drive United to victory. This was the perfect way to prepare for the weekend's cup final. Eric Ten Hag tries to manage Varane's minutes carefully and not start him twice in a week if he can help it. An exception can hopefully be made for Sunday's big game at Wembley. Varane won't want to miss it. Alejandro Garnacho angers Barcelona fans with celebration mocking Pedri. Alejandro Garnacho has angered the Spanish press, who claim he mocked Pedri after Manchester United beat Barcelona last night. Garnacho came off the bench on 67 minutes to replace Jadon Sancho, and 6 minutes later contributed to Antony's winning goal. The result sparked wild celebrations at Old Trafford, and Garnacho marked the win by copying the way Barca midfielder Pedri celebrates. As per goal, Pedri celebrates goal by putting his hands over his eye to mimic wearing glasses and has explained that it's a tribute to his father who wears them. After the game, Garnacho posted a photo of him with his hands over his eyes with a message which read, when translated, the big club goes through to the next round. This did not go down well with the Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo, who have said that Garnacho clearly mocks Pedri, who missed last night's game injured. They also said that Garnacho is a Real Madrid fan and made reference to him calling Cristiano Ronaldo the greatest player of all time when he has also played with Lionel Messi for Argentina. They claimed the celebration was in very bad taste and that Garnacho is a 18-year-old boy who has done very little in elite football. Last night's result at Old Trafford has not gone down well in the Spanish media then, and we don't think Garnacho will care at all. He knew what he was doing when he posted the message, and the teenager is playing with the fearlessness of youth with complete faith in his own ability. Report from Italy says Man United could sign Kim Min-jae. Eric Ten Hag isn't short of centre-backs with Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Phil Jones and Teden Mengi at his disposal. However, Lindelof isn't commanding a regular starting place. Jones hasn't made an appearance since May 2022 due to injuries, and Mengi is still inexperienced. So Calcio Mercato say United are after another centre-back. Kim Min-jae is reportedly on their shortlist, having impressed in his debut season at Napoli. The 26-year-old has made 30 appearances in all competitions since joining from Fenerbahce last summer, scoring 2 goals with 1 assist. Napoli are top of Serie A, sitting 15 points clear of second place and boast the best defense in the league with only 15 goals conceded from 23 games. On that basis, it makes sense to target their centre back, who is second in the squad for tackles per game, 1.7, and first for interceptions per game, 1. Jones is out of contract in the coming months and isn't expected to stay beyond the summer, so Ten Hag is sure to replace him. Lindelof may not want a squad rotation role next season either, meaning United might be reduced to 3 first-team central defenders and Mengi. Min-jae reportedly has a 48 million euros release clause, but United only have 2 weeks to sign him for that price, so they will have to move fast. If the Red Devils wait, Napoli will hold all the cards in negotiations. The Serie A leaders have the defender tied down until 2025, so they won't be obligated to cash in early or for cheap. Rio Ferdinand tells Man United to sign Victor Osimhen to solve a striker problem. Manchester United are expected to sign a striker this summer as they will be left with only one natural centre forward in the squad when the season ends. The Red Devils signed Wout Weghorst on loan in January, but the 30-year-old has backed just 1 goal and 1 assist in 11 appearances, so he is unlikely to join permanently. Anthony Martial is United's other senior striker, but he's spent most of the campaign on the treatment table, so Eric Ten Hag needs a new face. Napoli's Victor Osimhen is believed to be on their shortlist after netting 20 goals and 4 assists in 24 games in all competitions this season, and Rio Ferdinand believes it would be a smart move. He told BT Sport via Manchester Evening News, I think if I was talking about investing and looking after my money, I'd probably go for Osimhen. There is resale value with his age at 24 years old. It's gonna be a huge outlay. Osimhen joined Napoli from Lille in 2020 and has made 86 appearances in all competitions, scoring 48 goals with 13 assists. He boasts 15 goals and 8 assists from 23 games for Nigeria too. Napoli paid 75 million euros to sign the 24-year-old and reportedly want in excess of 100 million euros this summer. So United would have to dig deep. They won't be the only club after Osimhen, with Chelsea and Liverpool credited with an interest, so there could be a bidding war in the coming months. Martial has scored a respectable 6 goals from 14 games, across the board this season, despite injury, but he hasn't hit double figures for league goals in the last 3 years. Weghorst's performances haven't been bad too, but he is burned too many opportunities in the final third, so Ten Hag will likely upgrade the pair. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.